There's a documentary out there called Indie Gamer, and it follows all of these independent video game creators as they're trying to bring their games to market, all of the programming, and some of them have been doing it for years. And there's one person in this documentary, one gamer, who has spent just a really long time crafting every part of this main character to look like himself. So he's literally like vested his identity in this video game character, and it hadn't even gone to market yet. And I remember the interviewer asked him in this documentary, he said, well, what would you do if your game didn't make it to market? And I remember this guy looked at him straight faced and he said, well, I would kill myself. There's a danger when our identities become wrapped up in our own works. The Apostle Paul faced the exact same problem in the book of Galatians. You've got these agitators who have snuck into the church and they're preaching sort of an alternate gospel that's not law or gospel at all. It's glospel. It's just this mixture of the two. So they're taking the pure gospel and they're adding their own works to it, saying, look, unless you're circumcised, unless you obey the Mosaic law, you can't be a real Christian. So really what these agitators are arguing for isn't that the gospel doesn't matter, but it's that the gospel is not for all of life. Like, it's good, grace is necessary to get you in, but not to keep you in. You need grace for your justification, but not so much for your sanctification. In response to this, the Apostle Paul, he's like, no, not at all. If anyone preaches to you a gospel other than the one I preach to you, even if an angel from heaven were to come down and do this, let him be accursed. So basically what Paul is saying is, if anyone alters the gospel at all, let them go to hell. The Galatian heresy is alive and well. It's alive and well anywhere you hear this little phrase. Pay attention. You can't be a Christian unless... fill in the blank. You can't be a Christian unless you are a Republican. You can't be a Christian unless you only listen to Christian music. You can't be a Christian unless you fully and 100% support the nation of Israel and everything that they say and do. You can't be a Christian unless. But the Apostle Paul, he won't have any of this. In fact, he comes out and basically says, look, the gospel is for all of life. It's not just for the beginning, it's the middle, it's the end. So for the Apostle Paul, the gospel was a hill worth dying on. When the gospel truly takes up residence in our hearts, the squatters of guilt and shame are kicked to the curb once and for all. Because if ever there is a hill worth dying on, it is the gospel.